All right, well, I'm back with yet another unboxing. This time it's the MECO, I believe it's how you say it, cordless air duster. There's a pretty good look at it. I got this to hopefully replace the canned air, or more specifically, the electronic duster compressed gas cleaner. They say the bitterant in the cheaper ones is actually kind of dangerous for your electronics too, so I think it's time to move on to something better. Now I did try something before, and it turned out to be not very good, so hopefully this one's better. This thing is supposed to do 100,000 RPM, I believe. At least that's what I saw on the internet, so let's dig into this thing and we'll give it a little test. I just want to see if this thing's better than the compressed air. Looks like it's 5 volts, maximum power is 80 watts, capacity is 2000 milliamps, gives you about 15 to 30 minutes of working time, and it takes about 2 hours to charge it. So I think it's about time we open this thing and actually get a good look at what's inside here. So we'll get our little knife here and we'll open this thing up. It only has one little thingy there to open, and looks like we're done. Now, let's see what's inside here. Ooh, literature. Wonder who the author is. This is kind of thick. Is there other languages in here? Yes, there is. Okay, so these are probably pieces that fit onto the end, I would imagine. Looks like a weird marker. Probably cleaning out something like your keyboard maybe, or maybe not, actually. I don't really know what this is for, but it probably says somewhere in here. And this is a really wide enema. We have a charging cable. We also have more ends, apparently. Okay, so there's a couple of these. Oh, okay. I'll have to figure out what all this stuff does. And then we also got these. Okay. Oh, these bags feel interesting too. They feel nice. Feel like quality. Quality bags. All right, so what else is in here? Empty box. Okay. I'm going to assume the blower is in here. I think so. Brother, what else would it have been? Ooh, it's got some heft to it. I like hefty things. I don't know why. Things just kind of feel quality and good when they're heavy. What's that noise? Let's see what's in here now. All right, well, I mean, it's the thing we were expecting it to be, so it looks like, obviously you got your button here, something on the back here that's taped up. Let me take this off and I'll show you. I gotta tell you, I'm really excited for this. I really hope it's good. I'm kind of sick of spending a ton of money on air duster. If I can just buy something like this and it lasts a long time, I'm gonna do that. There's where you charge it, and that button there, it turns it on. So then what does this do? Oh, I bet this changes the blowing amount of how much blowing it does, how hard it blows. Yeah, I think it's time to test this thing a little bit, and then I'll do another test at the end, but let's do a couple of fun things right now just to see, and then we'll get into what those little pieces are. All right, so for this test, I realized this was almost empty, so that's no good for comparison. So what I did was I went out, I bought a brand new one. Walmart doesn't sell this one anymore for some reason. All they had was this one, but it's probably pretty close, so good enough. And up against it is the blower. So what we're gonna do is I got a couple of things we're gonna try, and we're just gonna see how it holds up. First of all, I have some balloons here. Okay, so it's ready to go. I'm gonna use this little red thing at the end. We'll put this over a balloon and we'll see just how well this thing blows up a balloon. And then we'll try the MECO thing. You ready? I didn't take the thingy off. All right, let's see what happens. Well, that was kind of sad, wasn't it? I mean, it worked, but not very well. Now, let's see what happens if we put it over this. It's just like putting a condom on. And I'm just gonna use the lowest setting first. Let's see what happens. Well, not much happened there. Let's try it on the highest setting. Okay, high setting is the way to go. What if we just keep going? Pretty good. And that's one of the cool things about this, is you could just let this thing keep blowing. Giggity. Okay, so we tried a balloon. We saw that, but I have another balloon to try here. And don't worry, I have more tests than just balloons. But this is a little stiffer of a balloon. So we'll try the canned air with this one too. I mean, it works. It works. I wouldn't breathe this in though. Oh. Okay, anyway, okay. First level. Let me try that again. Oh, whoa. Okay, this balloon is going a little easier. I thought this one would be harder. I'm gonna go the full force and we'll see what happens. Okay, well, there's the thing that happened. Okay, I think this thing's winning so far, but I got a couple things to try yet. Let's try something else. All right, so here we got a flaccid twisty balloon. Let's see if we can make it erect. Let's try this again. Okay, canned air works pretty well for the wiener balloon. Let's try this. I'll set it to the full thing, and we'll see what happens. In a surprising turn of events, this thing does not blow up the wiener balloons. All right, well, the canned air gets a win for if you're trying to blow up one of these. I wanted to get a beach ball, and I think due to the time of year I couldn't find one, so I'm sorry for that. But I do have punch balloons. This one's pretty strong, and I don't think either one of these will actually blow this up, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so it kind of tries to. Let's see what this one does. How big do these get? Okay, I'm gonna stop right there because this is very firm, and if this explodes, everyone in the house is gonna think we're under attack. But you know what we have to do here, right? That was not as cool as I thought it would be. All right, we got this thing charging for the next test, and I think we have a winner so far. I would say this is ahead. This obviously worked pretty well, you know, because of the thing here. Stop that. It just comes out of there at such force that it works, you know, good for the long balloons, but it's probably not why you're buying this. But so far, I still think this is better than having to buy this all the time, and this works just as good so far. Unless you're blowing up wiener balloons. Okay, for this next test, we have plate of potting soil right here, straight from the bag, and right here we have some dust right from a vacuum. Gross, I know, but it's for science. Okay, so first we'll try this a little bit and we'll see how it does. Obviously it's gonna blow this around. Yeah, let's try the dirt. Blows that around pretty well too. What about here? Yeah, I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. It cleans. But what about the other thing? Okay, fun fact. I thought I was recording and I wasn't, so don't mind the mess. Now, let's try this and see what happens. This is the lowest setting here. Okay, well, obviously that's going to blow that around. Anything could blow this around. I could blow this around. Now, let's see what happens when we use this on the lowest setting for the dirt. Okay, I think we can see that it's working well. Now let's just crank this thing up like I did before when I thought it was recording, and let's just see what happens. It works pretty well, but again, you know, this would do that too. Well, maybe not. Actually, maybe not quite as well. It works, but I'm pretty sure this thing is more powerful. But we're not done just yet. I still have one more test. Alright, normally I wouldn't do something like this, but hey, it's for science. There's my keyboard. We're going to load this thing up with dirt. We're going to see if this thing is good enough to clean it off, because if it's not, I'm screwed. Okay, let's get a little dirt powdered into this. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Make sure that's rubbed in nice and good. Oh man. Alright, now let's get some dirt on there. You know what? Let's just go all out. Alright, now that's a pretty dirty keyboard. Oh my, what have I done? Alright, let's see here. This side here, I'm sure this would work, but let's see. Oh, okay, it's not so bad. It's little piece in there. Oh my god, what have we done? Okay, now we can see that half of the keyboard has been cleaned out pretty well. Little things lingering that hopefully will come out. I really hope so. Now let's see what happens with this, and I'm just going to put this on full blast. Besides a few pieces that I actually have to take out because they got stuck, it's almost like it never happened. So this thing works really well. Oh my gosh, what have I done? Well, that took a long time to clean. But anyway, back to the regularly scheduled video. Oh yeah, and just so you know, this thing works for all kinds of different things. It's not just for electronics. You can blow up mattresses and apparently make fire with it. Okay, so these little pieces, this one, the brush blow nozzle, that's what they used to call me in high school. This is the blow nozzle. This little guy here is the swimming ring blow nozzle. Oh, this is to put in one of those things that you float around in the water with. That blows those up. By the way, I also tried the little piece here. That still wouldn't blow up the wiener balloon. Now this little guy here is a vacuum bag nozzle. We also have this little guy, the airbed blow nozzle. Blows airbeds. And this is an airbed exhaust nozzle. So you got your airbed blow and your airbed exhaust. This video sucks. So there's some pretty specific pieces in this thing. But if you actually needed any of these pieces, boy, you would probably be really happy to have this thing. Oh, I wonder something. Don't do that. Don't do that. I wonder if you could use it to like blow dry your hair after a shower. I better stop before I blow off what hair I have left off the top of my head. I will say though, this feels like it's probably good enough to clean anything you need it to clean, but it's also not going to damage anything. Like the air comes out of those compressed air cans so hard. Sometimes I'm afraid it's going to knock something loose, where this doesn't feel like it's going to loosen anything at least. So I do have an idea just to see if we can see if this does blow dust out of anything. My laptop's pretty clean, but I do have a fan over there that I'm gonna sit here and maybe it'll catch the dust on the... Why does it look like I'm reaching into the depths of hell? Maybe it'll catch the dust there, maybe it won't. If it does, I'll show it. If it doesn't, you'll never know this existed. All right. Let's see what happens. Accidentally left the mic filter on for this part, so sorry it's a little quiet, but I do like this thing a lot. I think it'll save a lot of money, and it's just as good, if not better, than the canned air. I don't know if you saw that, but that was a lot more gnarly than I thought it was gonna be. Do I need to wear a mask? Oh my gosh, I had no idea. Dude, it filled the room with dust. Did you see that? That fan's gonna work better than it has since I bought the thing. This thing ain't bad. Imagine, you know, that is your computer or something, and you're cleaning the dust out. It's gonna get the dust. Now, obviously, if it's caked on or it's stuck, you're probably gonna have to take something and wipe it, but that's to be expected. This thing is pretty awesome. I wonder what would happen if you duct taped like an empty soda bottle to the end of this and turn it on. Would it eventually pop off or would it explode? See, now that's a video idea. Screw this unboxing. Well, all in all, I think we can safely say this thing does what it's supposed to do. It blows, but in a good way. So if you're looking for something to clean out your electronics, you could clearly see that it works. It made my room a biohazard. But hey, if you watched this video and this collection of chaotic moments helped you make a decision whether to buy this thing or to not, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and maybe I'll see you around on the internet again someday. Later.